already done the read liberty, read verilog, then the linking, the design read SDC, and then this report checks. There is this minus hyphen format fields. I'll be showing this. This is not necessary in case of post synthesis. I'll be showing this when we move ahead in the post CTS and post layout stage. I'll show in a single stage. So here, apart from everything will be there, but we will need an extra command, which is the set propagated clock. Okay, this is the STA command which is needed in order to propagate the clock in our design. Okay, so this is one, and then the post layout stage we have the same thing, as I had used open lane, and the spec file is generated during this stage, so we have to read this spec 5 also. Okay, so these are the different commands which we need for the 3 stages. We are done with post synthesis, but you'll see we'll be changing my program now. Okay, so now in this case, okay, let's save this. Let's go back to the program. So now what happened, I'm able to assign the verilog files to the different verilog files which are present in my folder to the verilog file. So now I have to be able to access these files one by one. So in this case I'll do slight changes, but please you can move return back to the portion whenever you want. So for this case I have to read the verilog files. Okay, now in this case what I'll be doing, so as I have said, I'll be accessing one verilog file at a time, and I'll be using lindex for that. So let me first assign that particular from the list a particular verilog file, that is the post synthesis verilog file, to a variable. So let me name that as set synthesis file path. Okay, so in this case, as you have seen in the form here, the output, the list, this is the zeroth element of the list, this is the first, this is the second. So I'll be accessing first the zeroth element. Okay, so the zeroth element, for that, in case of lindex, the lindex, what is the input? Lindex, the input is the verilog file. Okay, because the list is the verilog file list, verilog file, and then I want here the zeroth element. Okay, now this is what I'll be doing, and in this case you'll see the naming convention will slightly change the way I get that. Okay, now let's put this. Okay, so let's see. Now I'll remove the continue. Many things will change now. Okay, the make directory portion also, it will come inside the continue, because I don't want this capital one. So let's run this. Okay, where did I write continue? No, I don't want this also. So let's comment this. Read verilog also is not necessary. So let's run this first. Link design also, let's get rid of it, otherwise it'll search for a design to link and it'll show some kind of error. So let's save this and let's rerun this. So here there is my verilog file synthesis. So there are 15 timing libraries, so it will run for the 15 timing libraries. Okay, so this is done. We got the image synthesis.v. Okay, now in this case, as you have seen, I had used the extension in my previous naming convention, but out here I'll be using this part also for my naming convention. Okay, so for that, what I'll do first, I will, so these make directories I will not be needing anymore. I'll make the same directory but in a different manner. I will not be using the extension anymore. Okay, so now in this case I have set synthesis file path to this. So I got the first verilog. Now if as I mentioned earlier, the file consists of number of file commands. Okay, so if file, I'll be using the file exists now. If this file exists, if the file exists, dollar synthesis file path. Okay, if this exists, then what I have to do, the commands, the different commands I have read oh yeah, this is the close braces, I forgot. I have read my liberty is already we are reading, so let's get rid of all these commands. Okay, these commands I'll be needing. What I'll do, these I'll be needing, so let me, so now if so this is what, this identification is very important. So here now I'll need the link design. Read Verilog I'll be needing, but in this case different way. So puts file path. Okay, now if firstly to what we have done, we got the Verilog files, and then we had string map, we got the extension is not needed, so I'll get rid of this also. I'll do one thing, I'll get rid of everything, you'll understand what I'm doing. So I need only the PVT corners, so this is what. Okay, now import read where I had done the read liberty, then I had used another variable where I had accessed the synthesis file. Now if this file exists, then in that case I have to read Verilog the synthesis file part, the synthesis file part. Okay, after that I will link design RVMid, then read SDC, then I have to move to these commands. Okay, wait, first I'll work in the read make directory part. Okay, so now as you have seen, I have deleted the make directory command. Now I want to use the name of the Verilog file itself to obtain the remaining part of the post synthesis thing. So from here you can see, like, we can synthesis will be getting from here only, and there is RVMid. So out here what I'll be using, I'll be trying to the RVMid, I'll be trying to string map it into post, and the synthesis, so it will be synthesis, however I want a capital letter at the beginning, that I'll be doing. So let's see how we manipulate this part of the Verilog files to get our naming convention. Okay, so for that, the first thing which I'll do, so here what I have done, I read liberty, I had set my another variable, and that variable where the variable is nothing but the RVMid variable file. So let me set another file name, and let me name it as this is for synthesis, so let me name as file name syn. Okay, so in this case file name syn, what happened, first I have to, as usual, I have to access only the file name, so file tail of dollar synthesis file path. So here I got the, let me do one thing, let me put this also, however it's not necessary, we'll check finally, because I think you are getting what we are doing. So here I am obtaining only the file name. Okay, after the file name, that means with the .v, I don't want the file name extension, so for that I'll be using the file root name of this given file. After getting the file root name, so what will be my output? My output will be rvmid.synthesis. Okay, so let's just check that once. So let's rerun this. Oh, there's some kind of program incomplete at the end of line. Let's see what I have done. Something I had missed. Oh, where is my another bracket? Yeah, there's This is for the if command, whereas my for each loop is still open. By mistake, maybe I had wait, insert file. Why is this bracket showing this if file? This should not show this. Oh, here I made mistake. I don't know how it's running. If file, how did it run? I don't know, but if file exists, maybe I made some. Okay, this is the, I think just now I made the mistake. So if file exists, so this is the, okay, so let me tab. It should run now. Again I made mistake, no such variable stage. Okay, so let's, now we don't need this. Let's first, because I got rid of the extension, obviously this will do one thing, we'll delete all these also. Yeah, comment. So let's run this now. So as you see, oh, I had, okay, what did I put? Control C, continue. What did I put? Okay, I had put this. However, what did I want? Puts file path, file name. I want the file name dot sin, that's why. Okay, now I don't want this. I want file name underscore sin, and I don't want this to be executed unnecessarily. This also. So there we got rbmid.synthesis. Okay, so now what I'll do, now we can simply split it at dot, and then we will get one, the 0th element will be rbmid and the one element will be synthesis, and I'll be using both of them for my file name for the naming convention. Okay, please don't get confused, check the previous videos also. I mean, just rewind and check what I had done in previously also. Okay, so next what I'll do, I got this, the file root main I name, which is rbmid and synthesis. Now let me split it at dot. After splitting at dot, so the output will be rbmid and synthesis. I won't be running this. So after splitting this, what I'll be doing, I'll be using the string map command. In case of rbmid, I'll be using the string string map, and I'll be mapping the rbmid to I'll make it post. Okay, so this is done. This is done. This is the output which I should get. Missing close braces. Oh yeah, after string map I forgot to close my bracket. Yeah, and you can easily see, because if you click this, the open bracket, it gets highlighted, and I have not closed, and now I have closed the string map. It shows. Okay, this way also we can avoid making mistakes. So now here, so there I got post. I had map post. However, why is the synthesis showing? They should have not shown. Oh, I had string map. Okay, I string map. Can I do something with this so that I don't need to use another variable? I I did not use the lindex command. I had used split and then simply I had string map. Okay, but anyways, this is in the form of list, so let me first do the way I had done, so I'll explore this part later. So I got another information today. So index that will be the first element. Now it will show only the argument. Can do this way also. Sorry, why is it showing the synthesis? I had taken the one element. I'm also getting crazy. Okay. So we got the post string map. We can work with this also, but however I'll do that later, and if I do some other way I'll show that, but you also can try it that way. Okay, but now let me take it in separate variable as I had done, because if I start doing this it will take more time. So let's do this. So this is file. Let's name this file's name 1. So this is 2. So in this case, what I'm doing the same thing, but I won't be using string map. And lindex, I want the first element. First element means the synthesis part. And in this case, I want synthesis to be of the first letter of synthesis to be capital letter. So for that I'll simply use the command string to upper, which will solve my issue. And let me put on the second command. Oh, capitalize, not string to upper, it is string to title. I don't want all capital. Sorry. There's so many things to check, to learn about ticker. Please take a look at it. Okay, so this is done. Let me rewrite this. So I got the synthesis. This is done. So I got my post, I got my synthesis. After that, the file name, first thing is I'm working with the file name. I'm done with that. So next oh, so sorry. Where is my, okay, let me just simply quit this. Oh, did I delete my, what I have to delete, what did I delete? So let's get rid of this now. So set, what was my name? Synthesis file name part. Was lindex $verilog file index 0. So now we are done with the naming convention post synthesis we got from file names in 1 and file names in 2. So after that we have set a file path for the synthesis file path is done. Then if the synthesis file path exists, then in that case we have to read Verilog, and then we have to link the design. Now let's do everything. However, I will not be running this now. We'll run it after we complete everything. So now this is input OpenSCA command. So let me do one thing. Oh yeah, we have not. Okay, now we got the naming convention. We got this. So next now inside this I'll be using the make directory. Okay, so make directory -p. So again I'll put directory to I1, output directory. In output directory I1 post synthesis. So that will be simply dollar file name underscore sin1, and again syntax is backslash underscore dollar file name sin2. So my post synthesis should be created. Then inside this I want min max, again the same thing only, but you see that I had not used the extension from the library. Okay, we can do it that way, but I somehow wanted to make use of all the available resources, say the timing libs and the Verilog file. So this is WNS, now name same thing, and this will be DNS. So this we are working for post synthesis. So let me name the commands out here. OpenSCA, so this will come under the same thing. Okay, read liberty, this is OpenSCA, this is naming convention, make directory, and OpenSCA input commands. Okay, so here we are done. We have make directory, then we had this read liberty, so we have done it here. Read liberty, read Verilog, link design this, and then next we have to run the timing check commands. Okay, timing check commands, and this is for the synthesis part. It's the same thing. In this case it is report checks, report WNS, report TNS, however the path will change. It is output directory stage will go. So let's do one thing, let's get rid of the entire thing. Let's write it again. Okay, report checks again hyphen path delay min underscore max, then we have the fields nets cap slew and input pins. Then after that hyphen digits, and this is 4, and I want this to be outputted to I'll move to this folder first. $output directory, file name sin. Okay, so this, and our report file name will be first is dollar file name which is pvt, then we need again backslash underscore post is nothing but dollar file name sin1, and then again I need underscore which is dollar file name underscore sin2. Again I need hyphen which is backslash and hyphen underscore. So what is this? Dollar file name is pvt corner, underscore file name sin is post, underscore file name sin2 is synthesis, then this is min max dot report. Okay, so this is done. So next is report WNS hyphen digits, this is 4, then this should be output. Let's get the, over here I have written double dots to times dots, so this will be a problem. So let's copy the entire thing till file name till here, till min max, till the sin, till here for directory. Here we got sin, then we'll go to WNS folder, inside the WNS it will be $file name, then underscore $file name sin1, again underscore $file name sin2, then will come WNS, sorry, backslash underscore WNS dot report. Okay, so this is done. Next is for the TNS, it's the same thing. Let me copy the entire thing. Copy, next line. So here will be report TNS. So upload directory file sin1, file sin2. This is TNS and this is TNS report. So we are done with the synthesis part. So now let's get the CTS one. So let us name this CTS file part. It will be what? L-index $verilog file, the first element. Okay, so in this case we have done. So again, if our file exists exists, which is what? $CTS file path. If this exists, then what do we need to do? This is the syntax of if. Okay, so what do we need to do? So I have to read Verilog, which is nothing but $CTS file path. So in this case I have to link design, again link design, and then I have to also read SDC echo. Well, that's not echo, let's echo rv mit dot echo Verilog files rv mit.sdc. Then we had another command which was a set propagated clocks, which is nothing, all underscore clocks or underscore clock. Okay, we'll see. So this is the input, this is the input commands for. Okay, in this case the file name also be one. Okay, so for that, sorry, I'm done with this. So let's work with the file name. The file name, let's set another variable, set file name CTS, which will be nothing but file tail. From here, from the CTS file path, okay, from here I'll take the root name, which is nothing but this is TCL. So this is the file root name, excluding the extension file root name. After the file root name, okay, after the file root name, so let's just check the both ones. Okay, here's the file names, those file name ones. To put it, I think so. Okay, so that simply puts this. So this should be puts So when I run, I don't want these. Okay, let's rerun this once. Let's see if it shows error. Incomplete command, end of line. So here again I made mistake. Every time we make a mistake. Oof. So here it is the curly braces. So now it's done, I think. So here we are getting mixing top cell, no current design. Okay, so me also link design. What did I link? I didn't link anything, so it will show error. So let's rerun this. Should work now. Yeah, it's working. So I will not run the entire thing. So here we can see that this is the name of the file. So now again I have to split at dot. After splitting at dot, I'll be getting RV mid, one element of the list, and synthesis underscore CTS underscore CTS another list. For the post too, I do not need to work because I had already the post string is already saved in this file name sin1, and I can simply use that. So next is I want the CTS. So for CTS I have to access the first element of the list. After accessing the first element, I will again split this at underscore. Again I'll be getting 0 and 1 element again. After that I'll be accessing the CTS file, and after accessing the CTS file I will capitalize the entire word. So I'll be using string to upper, and then this will be my, this will help in achieving the folders as well as the naming convention which I wanted. So what I said, so I have done the file root name. After that, what will I do? Okay, after getting the file root name, I'll be splitting it. So let's split the file. Split. Now when we split, I'll be splitting at dot. When we split at dot, we'll be getting two element, one RV mid and another synthesis dot CTS. So I will access the first element of the list. First element of the list means that the CTS RV mid CTS. Then after that, I'll be again splitting this. Okay, the splitting, we will split this. Okay, I need a split. I'll be splitting it at underscore. After splitting it at underscore, I will access again the CTS, which is the one element. So L index, the list, I want the first element, which is nothing but the small letter CTS. Now I want this entire thing to be capital, so for that I'll be using the string to upper. String to upper. Now I'll be getting the CTS. So this should work. I don't want this to be executed. Let me continue from here. Continue. I think I forgot to close my bracket. There's no close bracket for string to upper. Now I closed. Okay. So this is done. Let's rerun this. So that is what CTS I wanted. So I don't want to